smidge, just a smidge, and I believe it's going to be good. Sorry for the shaky cam. Sorry for the shaky cam. What am I doing? Oh, I was going to do this. Here we go. For the free live tarot readings on Saturday, by the way, the 8 and the Jack. Okay, so, yeah, that's what it do. That's what we do to entertain ourselves while we wait for people to arrive. While we wait for people to arrive, we'll change the two. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. Brianna. Hello, Brianna. How are you? We're waiting for people to arrive. I'm practicing a move. Practicing a move. From the 4. Can I do this? Can I do this? From the 4 over to the 5. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's been too long. It's been too long. It has been too long. Jackson, CM, Anthony, Amorous, and Brianna. Diego, hello, how's it going? Anthony wonders, can I ask? Can you ask what? Anthony, please ask if you would like to ask. Everybody, throw a question out there. It's much better than doing card tricks. It's much better than doing card tricks. By the way, there's no list. Donations take priority, and then we pick it random. Totally random. All right. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It is a nice, fine Saturday. Let's see. I worked until 10 o'clock last night. And then I was up at 4 a.m. working again. And I worked until noon. So I'm tired of working. Oh, and then I did a pet portrait for somebody. Mary H., how do I deal with a belligerent teenager? Wow, that's going to be a problem. Naughty by nature. There you go. Much love and light to your new to your channel. Well, welcome, Naughty by Nature. We do tarot readings. We use 50 different decks and a lot of cool stuff in this channel. So if you like the channel, let me know. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. We have 700 videos to choose from. Kelly Lackey, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, Kelly Lackey. Hello. What about my new guy? What about your new guy? So, Kelly Lackey, did you have a question? Let me know if you had a question or not. Jocelyn, welcome. It's so good to see you. It is great to see you. So, someone wants to know if somebody is not going to be in love. What? I need to know about my cat's health. John, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Kelly wants to know, am I where I am supposed to be? All right, let's find out, Kelly. And we'll get to you, John. Thanks, both of you, for your generous donations. I greatly appreciate it. Am I supposed, am I where? Am I where I'm supposed to be? So for that, I believe we're going to use the Thoth, by the way. In case you wonder what deck we're using, I always put it on screen. Well, I don't always put it on screen. I try to mostly put it on screen. Yes. Amanda has a new guy. Amanda, is your new guy cute? Let us know. Let us know. What surprises can you see for me? Alsta. Hello, Alsta. It's good to see you. Let's see. Kelly, John, Amanda. We got Brianna. We got Marwa. Hey, how's it going? Marwa wants to know what his feelings are towards me. You know, I really do wish I could answer everybody's question, but after like an hour, I'm really burned out. I'm really burned out. The Knight Rider Tarot. Hey, how's it going? It is good to see you, Mr. Knight Rider Tarot. I watched a couple of your videos today, Mr. Knight Rider. All right, get rid of the thought. Are you where you're supposed to be? I mean, that is an interesting question, right? I would assume that you are. Hopefully you are. If not, you know, this channel is where you're supposed to be. You never know. You just never know. Love to see guides and see a love relationship this year. So, you know, that being upside down doesn't really bode well for the beginning of that. But yeah, we have the domain. We have the domain. So that is a sort of a peaceful place. It's a nice, peaceful place. It means stop moving, basically. It means stop moving. Stop moving around. Stop moving around. So I think you're trying to find something that's not there. I think you're trying to find something that's not there. I believe you have an ideal in mind about where you want to be or what you're supposed to be doing. And you have two situations here. You have one is an ideal, which is, Lori, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Sure, love it. Always. Post a question. By the way, there is no list. Donations take priority. Obviously, if you donated and didn't get a reading, you'd be miffed. So, and then we do randoms. But it basically says stop moving, and then this says there's something you're trying to find that you're not finding. So moving around, a lot of movement, a lot of searching, trying to resolve a situation that can't be resolved, trying to find something that can't be found. It's almost like you're going in circles, and there's this defensive mode that you've sort of gone into from this, and the defensive mode is sort of guiding you in a direction that you really can't go. So it's almost like that you're going not in circles, but you're going in a maze. So this maze of places that you're trying to be, or maze of things you're trying to solve, or maze of situations that you're trying to get out of almost. And the maze is not an endless circle. It's not an endless cycle. It's nothing like that as far as the Wheel of Fortune is concerned. But it is something to where you can't really resolve it. As per all mazes, by the way, there's a trick. There's a trick to resolving all mazes. You just basically hug the right wall. If you hug the right wall, literally the right wall, if you hug it through the entire maze, the maze solves itself. So it seems there's a trick to get around it, or there's a trick for you to get around the situation, to resolve at least some parts of the situation, not everything, but enough that you can be a bit more comfortable, or enough that you can be a bit less defensive, or in a different posture where you need to be. So it's almost like as well that you are being guided in a way. I think you're being encouraged or guided or moved around by someone. There's an external factor that's making these decisions for you, not literally, but there's an external factor that's forcing you into certain parts of the situation, an external factor that you're sort of trying to deal with and trying to navigate around as well. So it does seem that there's a lot of things involved. There's a lot of different factors involved as far as where you want to be. Again, the maze is not really solvable unless you use a shortcut, and the shortcut is to hug the right wall. And the thing that you're concerned about, or the thing that you're most affected by, I think can be circumvented by a little bit of strategy. So a little bit of strategy, some recommendation, working with some people. JR, or Jocelyn, thank you so much for your donation. We'll get to your thing in just a second. But if you work through it, if you use enough strategy, if you find the right method, in other words, hugging the right wall, not literally, but if you find the right shortcut, I think things are solvable in a much better solution than you're trying to come up with. I think the strategy that you're going with has a lot of difficulty, has a lot of problems. The thing that's encouraging you, or the thing that you're sort of making you navigate this, can be circumvented, and with the correct strategy, all of this can be avoided. The devil can be sort of fixed. The Capricorn, the work can be done, and I think things can improve, basically. So yeah, find the shortcut. I don't think running through the maze is going to do you any good anymore. It's not the optimal method. Find that shortcut, use that shortcut, and I think it's going to be apparent to you, and it's going to relieve a lot of what you're sort of going through and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, let me know how that works out, and let me know if it resonated. I wish you luck, my friend. I wish you lots of luck. It doesn't seem like, let's see, Kelly. So that was Kelly. And next is John. John, fiance and I, let's see, fiance and I have been taking space. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, taking a break. She wants to talk tomorrow. How will it go? Took a break. Took a break from the relationship? John, well, I hope that she misses you. I would miss you. John, I missed you since last stream. I've been missing you. All right. Find out decks. What would be a good taking a break deck? The Victorian Romantic Tarot, of course, would be great. Oh, man. I don't even have that. Okay. We're going to do something different. We're going to do the Wizard's Tarot. The Wizard's Tarot. No, Marwa, what are his feelings towards me? In the middle of a love triangle, need to make a choice or just start over. Amanda, you've been a busy girl. You have been a busy girl with the love triangle. Oh my. Love always. I wonder what his recent move. Let's see. Love always wants to ask a question. Sure. Anyway, Not Rider Tarot. Yeah, I watched a couple of your videos today. I like your video style. I think you're doing well. I need to send you a link to the Lenormand mat. We're going to be using that tomorrow. Find out what's going on. Just pulled away, needed space. So did you pull away or did they pull away? That's always the important question right there. Find out who exactly pulled away and why they pulled away. But we'll find out here. How's it going to go tomorrow? Wish you the best of luck, my friend. I wish you the best of luck. I zoomed in the camera way too much. Can I zoom out? Can I zoom this out at all? No, I cannot. Okay, so we're going to be zoomed in tonight. I hope that is okay with everyone. Do need to up the gain a bit because that is a little too dark. That is a little too dark. We optimized the camera to make it tack sharp tonight. I wanted it to be tack sharp for all of you, and it made it a little too dark. Let's up the brightness like that. There we go. And up the saturation a little too. I think that's perfect. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so what about tomorrow? The Devil. I believe there's still some things that are a bit unresolved right now. The Devil moving into the Three of Swords doesn't look good at all. So, yeah, John, we got the Devil going into the Three of Swords, my friend. Got the Devil going into the Three of Swords. One of the interesting parts about this combination, right? So we're going from a major into the Three of Swords. And part of that means that the Three of Swords is going to have some hurtful conversation. So if you're looking for some non-hurtful conversation, I think you're going to have to wade through a bit of hurtful conversation beforehand. So you do have that coming. I believe there's some pent-up feelings, some pent-up emotions, some things that are not yet resolved, not yet said. And I think even if when you take a break, a lot of times those emotions don't go away. They don't go away. They'll subside, obviously, because you're not there to egg those emotions on or encourage those emotions along. But I still think that those emotions are there. And until some of those problems get fixed, and so some of those emotions get settled down and resolved, I think that there's still going to be a problem. So expect tomorrow to start out with some painful conversation. Devil into the Three of Swords. It's a purposeful Three of Swords. The Devil is getting those Three of Swords, and he's purposefully jamming it as far into the heart as they can. So expect some hurtful conversations. Expect a lot of things to pick up where it left off as far as drama is concerned, right? The Wheel of Fortune. You need to break out of whatever the situation is. You're stuck in this situation, and the Wheel of Fortune says it's going round and round, the day-to-day activities, the same cycles over and over. You're going to need to break out of those. If you keep going in the same behavior, what is the quote? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results, right? Dragon of the Dawn, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. What's my future? That's literally the title of the video. Let's see what your future is here in a minute. But the Wheel of Fortune says you have to break out of those cycles. You're going to have to figure out a way to stop the script, as they say. Like in a psychology class, we learned, by the way, Eric Byrne wrote a book called Games People Play, to where people have games and this person does this and then this person does that. And it's a game. You go back and forth and people love the game. Some people like the game. Apparently you don't, which is great. Jezebel, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. I got your message about the deck. Yeah, it sounds like shipping was terrible. But you're going to have to get out of that. You're going to have to stop the game. You're going to have to slip the script, as they say. Ten of Pentacles, I think once things calm down, once things go their path, once you can get out of this game script, once you can get out of this drama, I think the Ten of Pentacles says, followed by the Lovers, by the way, says that things can be resolved. So you're looking at a very good situation after you get out of this. It's key to get out of that Wheel of Fortune, to stop the carnival ride and to not take it over and over and over and over. and get off the Wheel of Fortune and get back to the Ten of Pentacles and the Lover. So it is fixable. It is quite fixable as well as I think that there's a lot of things that you could sort of learn from this situation as far as how this person works and how to deal properly with them. And that's going to be an important thing for you, right? Is to learn to deal with them better, to learn your mistakes, to learn their mistakes, your limitations, their limitations. It's part of the process. And that's what the Seven of Cups sort of points to. So the Ten of Pentacles followed by the Lover says it's resolvable. Expect some drama. Just let it ride. And you need to flip the script and get off of those games. And until you do that, you're going to be eternally on the Wheel of Fortune, which is going to act like a carnival ride. And unfortunately, the carnival rides are great for about 10 minutes, but after a couple of days of nonstop carnival rides, that's not the best thing in the world. Katie, hey, how's it going? I appreciate you joining us. More space, yeah. Our SC any amount. I don't know. Amorous, I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for joining and hanging out with us. It's awesome. We got a bunch of people here. So Lori, thank you as well for your generous donation. I'm looking at Lori. Lori just gave a big thank you. Oh, I appreciate it, Lori. You're so sweet. So let's make sure Lori didn't have any questions before we continue to scroll. Jocelyn, I want to take an expensive course. Is it worth it? Well, let's find out about that. All right, JR. Should I take this expensive course? And that is me butchering spelling. Expensive does not have a G. Does not have a G. I can guarantee that. I would do the, let's see, we could do the Hush Tarot for this. Sounds good. I haven't done the Hush Tarot in a while. I want to do the Bonefire Tarot. I want to do the Hush Tarot. Let's see, Super Chat. You're asking about Super Chat. Are Super Chats any amount? Yes, any amount, sure. Want to know about my cat's health? Let's see, any amount. Okay, cool. And let's drop this down and find out about this expensive course. So Jocelyn, tell us what the course is. What is the course, Jocelyn? How exciting is this? You're doing all sorts of fun stuff. Is it a course on art? Is it a course on massage? Is it a course on Reiki? A course on tarot? Oh, I hope you're not taking a tarot course when we got so many free videos over here. Let's find out about this course. Expensive. Oh, yes. Expensive. Could be. It could be. The Queen of Swords. I think you need it. I think you need it. By the way, don't spend money on an expensive course based upon a fat man reading tarot cards on YouTube. Don't do it. Use your better judgment. Use your better judgment. Soup realignment. I'm not really sure what soup realignment is. Is that where you realign the noodles in the Campbell soup? That could be a long-term profession. All right. So, yeah, soup realignment sounds fantastic. Well, probably not like in bean soup, because then you would have to order the beans in size order. I'm not really sure. But anyway, don't spend money based upon what I say. I'm just telling you. I'm basically saying that the course is something that you need. This is something that you're looking for. I think what you're looking for can actually be found within this, but judgment says that one like course or one thing is not really going to do it. Not saying you need more courses. I'm saying that you need more information. It's almost like you're looking for more information. Janice and Amorous, thank you so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate it. You're looking for something that requires more information than one course is going to give you. Does that make sense? So I think that you started on a journey. And the journey can be partially solved with this particular course. However, it does require other things. So now you're in the question of, if it requires other things, do I really need this course? Can I just go to these other things? Can I just read this other material? Can I just continue my search and my journey across this? And the answer is obviously yes. The Six of Wands says you will have success sort of moving into that. You will have success jumping into the space. But it is something that you sort of could benefit from, not the course, but the journey. So again, ask yourself, is this course something that is so beneficial that it would far outweigh what I could do on my own, or would far outweigh exercises that I could take on my own time, or exercises that I could take within that? And that's going to be important for you to decide. Again, because let's say I'm doing an art course, for example. So if I'm taking a course on painting, the course depends, if there's a lot of things that depends on that course. Is it suitable for me? Is it designed for me? Because some people will do a painting class and it's way, way, way over your head, way over your head. And you don't get much out of it. Does that make sense? Some people will do a class and they're just crappy teaching the class, and you don't get as much information as they hyped about and you feel scammed. Other classes, however, so I took a painting class with Michael James Smith, and my painting just skyrocketed and it was amazing. But it's that mix, that match. It's almost that soulmate match between you and the instructor and the contents. If you have that soulmate match, if that match exists, then you can move into that Six of Wands space, into that success, and that Ace of Wands to where now you're really, really on the journey. So you have to ask yourself, is this a soulmate match? Is the content and is this the creator? Use your intuition. Ask the creator questions. Ask other people questions that have gone through that. If they have a Facebook group, a common group, ask people the questions that you want to know about how they did that. And if you find that soulmate match, then absolutely. I've taken painting classes that have launched me forward. I've taken other painting classes that haven't done a thing. They're just a complete waste of my money. So figure out that mix. And once you can figure out that mix, you find out if that's going to take you there. But again, I think you're on a journey that's not going to be resolved or fixed with one class. I think you're on a journey. So embark upon the journey. Spend your money wisely, basically. So that's it. Star Travels wants to know, can I be on the list? By the way, there is no list. Donations take priority. Obviously, if you paid and I didn't read for you, you'd slap me in the face. So donations take priority, and then I pick it random. I pick it random because I don't want 700 job readings in a row and things like that. So that's just how the list is. So yes, please all ask your questions. By the way, I'm here tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, and I'm here probably Monday morning and definitely Monday night, and I'm here every night. So if you don't get your questions answered, feel free to come back and we'll catch you then. Okay, so Dragon of the Dawn asks, what's my future? Well, let's find out about that. Dragon of the Dawn, thank you for your donation. That's the title of the thing. What is my future? Let's find out. What's my future? That's a rather broad subject. I love broad subjects. Well, not really, but I love challenging questions. I do. Let's find out what a good deck for what is your future. I'm thinking the Lightseer's Tarot. If I can find it, it is here. Here it is, right here. What is your future? Let's see. Am I destined to die an old spinster woman? All right. Good evening, Elizabeth Magical Garden. It's so good to see you. I was watching a video of yours today as well. Let's see. Makes sense. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Cool. Always ask a question for donation. Take pride. There you go. There we go. Well, I reconcile with a Leo. Aries and a Leo. Oh my. That's going to be an interesting time. That is going to be an interesting time. No two ways about it. All right. Let's find out. Sort of a general. We have a general reading with no green screen today because we zoomed in the camera. I wanted to get a super tack sharp image, and boy, is it sharp. It really is sharp. I really like it. Really like it. Thank you, Katie, for your donation as well, by the way. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go through a general question, general reading. What's my future? 10 of Pentacles. I think you have 2 10s in a row. I think you're in a comfortable space. I mean, obviously everything isn't perfect. It's not perfect. Everything can't be perfect. Once we have the money that we need, now we want the love that we want. Once we have the love that we need, now we want the money that we want. Or once we have the money and the love, now we want, I don't know, security, or now we want health. Or we always want something. So I think that you're in a fairly comfortable space as far as the 10s are concerned, because you have 2 10s in a row. So it's a matter of you're just still not comfortable. I really don't think you're just still not comfortable. I think you're still sort of looking for something else. As well as the 8 of Cups, I think points to, speaking of health, I think there's a couple of health issues that are sort of looming that you really sort of need to, that you'd like to just have go away. One of them maybe have been around for a while and could be a bit of a challenge as well as that. But the 10 points to that you're overall, you're fairly comfortable. You're fairly good where you're at. You're at a space to where you're not miserable, and you're fairly happy with a lot of different things in your life. As far as what is your future, I do see that you have some... let's see, the Star, 9 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I do see that you have sort of this love opportunity, or sort of this love developing. And let me know if you're in a relationship or not right now. But I do see the 8 of Cups followed by the Star, meaning it's almost like that either you just got out of a relationship, or you're trying to sort of jump into a different relationship. So I think relationships are going to be sort of a milestone or a big factor in your life coming up. Let's say in 2020 in general, I think relationships are going to be a big key factor as far as where you go, what you do, and things like that. So I do think that you're going to have some travel opportunities coming, let's say later in the year, July, August timeframe. You have some travel opportunities, and this is going to be something that you want to take. This is going to be something that's going to be fun for you. And it'll be an entertaining and fun sort of venture out that you'll have as well. So as far as the health thing's concerned, I think some of the health issues are going to not really resolve themselves, but get a little bit better. Just get a little bit better. As far as the health issues getting a little bit better, I think that you have some news coming as far as that's concerned. And there you go, happily single. All right, cool. So I think you have some relationship opportunities and a bunch of different things sort of resolving as far as that's concerned as well. So look for travel opportunities. Again, July, August type time frame as we come into that. I do think near the end of the year, you do have a bit of conflict as pointed for the 5 of Wands. I think that's sort of coming in the form of family. I believe that there's some family issues that are going to sort of crop up. Some things that are going to sort of come up and be a bit of drama, not anything major, but stuff you're going to have to sort of deal with. It's almost like the holidays, around the holiday time frame, there needs to be something fixed, or there needs to be something resolved that hasn't been resolved. And that's going to sort of creep up, and it's going to sort of come into the limelight as far as that's concerned as well. So look for a bit of conflict or a bit of drama sort of near the end of the year, around the holiday time frame. And I believe that that's going to be part of the family thing that sort of starts up a little bit before that. So anyway, that is what I think about the future. That's a very, very general reading, obviously. But that's sort of what the cards say. There we go. So by the way, if you like these cards, this is the Light Seers Tarot. This is available on Amazon. I absolutely love this. So that is the Light Seers Tarot. Anyway, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for coming to the channel. I have not seen you before. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you like about the channel, or check out the videos. Everybody hit like and subscribe, please. I would greatly appreciate it. We have 700 videos to choose from. I've been around for 10 years. 10 years been here. So this is kind of fun. I love reading tarot. Like, I could do this all day. I'd burn out, but I'd do this all day. Okay, how soon would my future love come at any success? Janice, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Check out your future love. JM, let's see. How soon will my future love come? All right. Let's find out with the wheel. Gotta do the wheel. We have to do the wheel at least once a night, don't we? Have to do the wheel at least once a night. Janice, it's your turn indeed. Janice, let's see. How low your future love? Janice, are you single? You're single? Looking for that love? Looking for that love? Trying to find out. Maybe we'll get a soulmate. I hope we get a soulmate. Very rarely happens. How many times have we had a soulmate? Brianna's still in here? I think Brianna's been watching since like my first video. I think I've had 2 soulmate readings in like, no. I've had 3 or 4 in like 10 years. So it's very rare, but it's always fun. Eliza, what's in store for me in love? I hope that you find your love, Eliza. Love the colors, so soft and beautiful. Elizabeth, you're right. It's so soft. I haven't even thought about that until you just said it. But yeah, you're right. The colors, yeah, because there's that pattern and almost that watercolor pattern in all the backgrounds. I just love the deck. All right, now I am. Oh my. That had a bit of weight to it, Janice. That statement had a bit of weight to it. Brianna's still here. Brianna, how many soulmate readings have I had on stream? I know I've had 2. I think in total 2. I don't think any more. My ex was a soulmate. Oh my, what type of soulmate? Did you watch my video on soulmate? By the way, Janice, there's 3 types of soulmate. Let me know which one he was. That would be interesting. Okay. The King of Wheels, the World, the 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands, Ace of Wheels. Oh, how soon will your future loved one come? Why is the bot timing out, everybody? Okay. It thinks prick your finger is an actual prick. Okay. I need to get rid of the bot completely. After the stream, the bot's going. The bot's gone. So the King of Wheels. So it appears that you, so if you're saying, let's see, with my dog. Okay, so the King of Wheels, I believe, was your ex. And I think you had a lot of different opportunities with this person. The World. So it sort of has a soulmate pattern, right? You do have the King of Wheels, the King of Pentacles followed by the World. But the King of Pentacles is a bit of a stubborn Taurus. How stubborn was this person? And did they, was they just not flexible on trying to work with you on things? Or did they just give you a hard time when things changed? Or did they want it their way and they weren't willing to budge? Because the King of Wheels is a very inflexible, or is it inflexible? I think it's inflexible type of person. He's just that Taurus stubbornness. A bit of that. It's Taurus stubbornness. By the way, if you're, Taurus, you're not all stubborn. I'm just saying there's a bit of Taurus stubbornness in here. Moving into the World means that there was a good relationship. There was some things going on. There were some good possibilities within that relationship. Unfortunately, somebody had to move on. We have the 8 of Wands as to people needed to move on and do different things. It just didn't quite work out the way that you're sort of doing that. Now, the Ace of Wands points to the new journey, which is going to be trying to find someone else, trying to locate someone, trying to hunt someone down, and trying to find the next possible twin flame. That's a bit of a journey. Now, what's past this is going to be fairly important. So the next 2 cards are going to be sort of the answer, basically, as to what's past this and how things are going. So loving too. Okay, all right. But yeah, what's past this is sort of important. So we're all on that journey. We're trying to get through that. And we're trying to find something that will sort of move us into the next phase of our life, right? Move us into something that's going to be comfortable and fun and something that's going to be exciting and what have you. The 3 of Wheels and the Ace of Wheels points to about, if you're looking for your future love, if you're looking for a relationship, I think you're going to have one within the next 5 months. So we're looking at 5 months. We have the 3 wheels and the Ace of Wheels, that 4, and then we just have that extra Ace of Wands sort of as the journey. I would say 5 months from now is when you'll find your new love. If you're looking for an exact time frame. So let's look at deeper and find out what is in store as far as the new love is concerned. You are looking at pretty much probably an earth sign, definitely sort of an earth sign. As the Ace of Wheels, we have the Bull, we have all that sort of action coming in there. It's going to be someone that is an earth sign, and they're going to be an earthly type person, a very grounded type person. They're not going to be as exciting not going to be as romantic. They're not going to be as dynamic, I think, as maybe you're used to. I'm assuming the Gemini, being a Gemini, was fairly dynamic and fun and, had a bunch of different communication styles and things like that. So they worked well with others, etc. I think this person's sort of a loner in many respects. So you're just going to have to sort of put up with that. I do also think that you meet this person on social media, as pointed to the 3 of Wheels. It's almost like that you're just going along, you're moving through, you're going through the day-to-day things, but you have this possibility of meeting someone and then you sort of run into them. But I do think that they're going to be an earth sign and they're going to be a fairly stable person, a reliable person, but it's not as adventurous, not as fun as I think what you're looking for. If you're looking for the next twin flame, this doesn't look like it. It looks like somebody that is going to be a bit boring, let's say, a bit boring. So if you're up to that, then that would be cool. If not, then that would be cool as well. But look for somebody to sort of come in, I'd say around 5 months or so. Dee, hello, how's it going? Greatly appreciate you joining. If you have not checked out Dee's channel, go check her out. Dee Venation, she has all sorts of cool videos. She's doing spreads. If you like tarot spreads, Divination is where you should go. She has the best. She has 29 spreads. I think you're on day 19. D, correct me. Is it 19? Is it 18? Let's find out. Okay, so next would be, how does Jennifer feel about me? Her signs are getting a bad rap right now. Oh. All right, AC. How does Jay feel about me? Let's find out. Let's find out what Jay feel about me. Okay, cool. So this is for Amorous. And a Jay would feel about you. I'm assuming the Rosetta Tarot would be good for that. Oh, no. No. Oh, the Rosetta Tarot. Okay. I think instead, I do want to use the Victorian Romantic. And by the way, we can hop over to the love screen. You haven't uploaded today. Oh, is it 22? Whoa, I'm way off. Okay, sorry about that. I thought it was 18 or 19. I don't know why. All right, we'll find out. 22, that is a lot. I need to use some of those spreads live on stream and credit you, by the way, D. I'm gonna heist some of your spreads and put them on the green screen and then put your name or put your picture up there and then give you full credit. Be like, this is Dee's spread. If you would like it, you need to go to Dee's channel because that is going to be so awesome. Okay. Let's check out. How does Jennifer feel about me? This could be good. This could be bad. I hope it's good. It's never good when it's bad. Does that make sense? You should have the applaud button. I need it. Oh, okay. How do they feel about you? 6 Cup, Page 1, 9 of Swords. Well, that is quite interesting. We'll pull one for that. That is quite interesting as well. We'll pull another one for that. The Magician. It's not quite what I expected. But we'll roll with that. Okay. What the heck don't you have an applaud button? Okay. So the question is, how does Jennifer feel about me? Well, the 3 of Pentacles moving into the 10 of Swords. I think that at some point, so are you currently in a relationship with Jennifer? Let me know. If not, I'm kind of curious. How does Jennifer feel about me? I assume you're not. If you probably know if you're in a relationship with her. But the 3 of Pentacles into the 10 of Swords is not exactly the best combination to sort of sneak in to that. By the way, this is the Victorian Romantic from Baba Studio. So it seems that they have some issues with you. So it could be a variety of reasons that they have issues with you, but they definitely have some issues with you. I think that a lot of the time that you spend, or a lot of the time that you're together, they sense some inconsistency with you. It seems like that you're having some other issues, or you're having some other things going on, and that's sort of affecting your communication. We're just friends. Okay. So, I mean, they have some issues with you as far as what you do and how you approach things, and sort of your general approach to some things that they don't like. 3 of Pentacles moving into the 10 of Swords points to almost like that the way you use your time, or the way that when you're together, there's some inconsistencies with what you do, basically, as far as that's concerned. So the 10 of Swords points to there's some issues, and they're not really 100% excited all the time about sort of hanging out. They're not 100% excited all the time. They have other things sort of happening with that. So the Six of Cups points to, they seem to be an imbalance in the relationship. Like one person wants more than the other person can give. Does that make sense? So one person wants more than the other person can give, or one person is too giving, another person is not so giving, or there's an imbalance as pointed to the Six of Cups. I do think that they have a fondness for you. I do think that they sort of care for you, but again, they find inconsistencies in what you do. They disagree with many things that you do. They're not exactly 100% just enthralled with everything that you do, obviously. But the Six of Cups points to sort of an imbalance in the relationship. One person is more invested in the relationship than the other person is. There also seems to be a lot of other people involved. You saw this array of different people that we threw back at the end. There's some other people involved as well. So I guess you have, I'm assuming obviously you have some mutual friends as well. Do you know if there's any sort of talk behind the scenes about you, or do you know if there's any talk behind the scenes about this person when you meet with your friends? It seems like there's a lot of chatter basically going on within the context of the relationship. So there's maybe some gossip, some chatter, some things happening in the background as far as the communication goes and as far as people go. So there's a bunch of other people involved as well. So it's obviously that you're not alone within this realm, within this sort of circle. You're not alone. But we do have a bunch of different actors that are sort of talking basically in the background. So that's what it says with that. An excellent point made. I'll say D, learn from question. Okay. So let's kind of look at what that is. One person that's involved is someone that really doesn't communicate much, but they have strong opinions. And when they finally have an opinion, they're going to let everyone know. And that particular person could have some impact in the situation as well. Another is the Knight of Swords, which is not really an opinionated person, but somebody that just likes to just say what's on their mind. They don't really hold back much. And they're sort of trying to figure out, trying to hold back some stuff, but in general, they just speak their mind quite a bit. And the Magician sort of holds over all of this, being that they have opinions on the relationship, or they have opinions about what's happening, and they sort of want to micromanage it in some ways as far as both of you are involved. So there's other people involved in the relationship. Basically, the relationship seems unequal. In other words, one person is more invested within the relationship than the other person. And Jay generally doesn't agree with everything you do. In fact, they have problems with you're inconsistent sometimes. You have inconsistent behavior. In other words, you do this, but then you say that, or you say that, and then you do something different. So there seems to be some difference of opinions within that, as well as the social circle as well. So anyway, that is the Victorian Romantic by Baba Studio, one of my absolute favorite decks. All right, so Katie Gibbs wants to know what is in store for me and Mark. All right, so hopefully you and Mark will work out quite well. Oh, cool, we have some random opportunities. Then we can hop into some random readings, find out what's going on. Lori, wants to know, am I destined to die an old maid, alone with my dog? Lori, that's kind of depressing. Right. Why the heck don't you have an applaud button? Just be on deed, question to project something, mantra into one's life. So we will use the Wizard's Tarot again and figure out how this is going. Marby, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. An old spinster lady. I'm not really sure what a spinster lady is. My dog rocks. There you go. It's better to die with your dog hanging around than to not have a dog. All right. So are you and Are you and Mark in a relationship or no? I just dropped the cards. Let me know if you're currently in a relationship or not, or is this somebody you're chasing after, or what is happening there? We'll go back to the zoom in screen and we'll figure it out. An old hag. An old hag is kind of a, yeah. Being single's not too bad. Being single's not too bad. You can hang out here on YouTube and read tarot when you're single, you know? It's great. All right. Let me know if you're currently in a relationship or not. Basically, what's in store is the Hierophant, Nine of Pentacles, Justice, Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, and Seven of Wands. Hello, PGV. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. My boyfriend Jesus from Leo wants to start again. Oh, okay. All right. The Hierophant followed by the Nine of Pentacles says that as far as what's in store, it doesn't look like it's going to be doesn't look as promising as I would like to see it. I would have loved to seen something within this. Something within this, like the Lovers or the Two of Cups or something like that. So you're saying that you're currently not in a relationship. I do think that you have some factors sort of stopping you from being in a relationship, or some factors that are going to sort of throw you out of the relationship or throw some challenges within your way. So the first one is that this person, what's the person's name? Is Mark currently getting away from a relationship, or does Mark have someone that he had a relationship with that's still hanging around? It's almost like that there's some factors coming in, that there's somebody that's still there, or there's some remnants of something that's still there that needs to get resolved or fixed or sort of figured out in some of the respects as well. So the Hierophant followed by the Nine of Pentacles again sort of points to, Tara, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Points to that there's something else. There are mitigating factors that could be preventing things from moving along as well as you had hoped, or as well as you want, or whatever. I assume you're asking about it because you sort of hope that things are going to move along. Kimber, let's see. Okay. So again, that sort of points to that. Justice as well points to that maybe this is not the best match. Again, entertainment purposes only. Never take relationship advice from a random person on YouTube. Lori, by the way, Lori is wondering who is Mark, and all capsing it. Lori, this is a reading for Katie Gibbs. So as per right here, reading for KG, what's in store for me and Mark? But looking at this may not be the best match. The Justice, sort of maybe things aren't going to work out maybe as well as sort of what you had hoped. There is going to be some challenges involved with that, one of which is money almost. It seems like there's a money situation that needs to get fixed. The Page of Pentacles, there's some finances that need to get resolved, or there's some finances that need to get figured out as far as that's concerned. And then the King of Swords moving into the Seven of Wands points to, I mean, just a bit of action, a bit of things going on, a bit of drama going on behind the scenes that could be a mitigating factor as well. So it doesn't look like the best match. I would have loved to see the Two of Cups again, the Lovers, maybe an Ace of Cups. You know, the cards could really throw me a bone here. But if you're looking for a relationship, this does look like quite a challenging one. You're going to have to jump through many hurdles. You're going to have to jump through quite a bit of stuff in order to get through that. One is going to be some previous relationship or somebody sort of hovering around, hanging around that you're going to have to deal with and sort of get through that. Another is some sort of a money thing that is here now or will be soon. And another is just a general mismatch as far as where you want to go, how you want to do it. Justice moving into the Page of Pentacles points to a bit of the mismatch there. It doesn't look like the ideal setup. It doesn't look like the ideal mix as far as that's concerned, but those are just tarot cards. Anyway, can't stand what games my Leo plays. Well, it's no good. All right, PGV, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. We'll find out what is going on here. Maricel, thank you so much for your subscription. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so you're having a big crisis. We have a big crisis. Have a big crisis with my boyfriend, Jesus, from Leo. We want to start again. We are on and off relationship for 3 years. Leo. Will we fix this? All right, let's find out. Will you fix that? I guess we could go to the love screen. Or no, I'm not really sure. Find out what deck we want to use with this. I'm going to try the Anna K. I am in the mood for some Anna K. By the way, tomorrow is Lenormand Day. Lenormand Day is always my favorite. Everybody is all confused about how Lenormand works. If you are confused, by the way, and you want to participate tomorrow in the Lenormand Day, feel free to check out my complete Lenormand course. There's so much good material on the YouTube as well. We have a lot of wonderful people that do Lenormand teachings. PGV, it's good that you're here. Thank you very much for hanging out. Let's find out about Leo on and off for 3 years. Is this going to be fixed? We got a couple things going on here. All right, the king going into the night. Is this person trying to fix it? Is this person trying to fix it? Picasso, hey, how's it going? It's great to see you. Lori, it's great to see you as well. We still have old spinsters in chat, worried about old spinstering into the old age. The king into the night. I'm going to ask, is this person really trying to figure this out? Are they putting forth the effort? Mary H., thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. It almost seems like they're not. It almost seems like they're not. They're not really trying as hard as they could, or they're not putting forth the effort that they should be to get this done. On and off for 3 years. They're just not trying. They're just not trying. I think that they have the ideal situation in mind. I do think that they do have good intentions. They just don't know how to do that. The other factor is the things that should be getting resolved from this are getting resolved, but other things are coming up. So in other words, okay, let me rephrase that. So a lot of times in a relationship, let's say that you and I have a relationship and we break up because of, I have a big mouth or something, or, my fault. It's me, not you, right? So we break up because I say mean things, or I don't clean the dishes on time, or whatever. So now we're broken up, and now we get back together. And I still don't clean the dishes. I still say mean things, or whatever. So that is the same situation not resolving itself, and you're coming back in expecting the situation to magically change in the meantime, and it didn't. But it's almost like what this person is doing is they're solving the one problem and they're creating another one. So instead of not doing the dishes and talking mean, now maybe they don't clean the litter box or whatever. So it seems like this person is making issues. They're creating issues from scratch. And when it comes back on, when things come back, you see that the situation has been resolved partially. The person is working on it. The person is trying. They are putting forth some effort, but then they create something else. So there's more drama. There's more stuff that's hanging around. And it's like the person's creating it. Again, a king into a night. Going from this light side into the dark side. No Star Wars pun intended. Don't sue me, George Lucas. Or Disney right now, anyway. I do think that they have good intentions, but they're just cratering it. They're making the relationship difficult for no reason. It's like they're trying to do that. The Hermit says it's almost like that they like the breaks. They like that style of relationship. This is something that they enjoy. This is something that they like. They enjoy a honeymoon period run up. And then when the honeymoon period gets calmed down, they like to go their own way and do their own thing for a while. And then they come back, reinitiate this ace, the honeymoon period again, and go back to the Hermit. So it's like that they like this style. They enjoy doing this. So if you're asking, will we fix this until that situation gets resolved over here, it looks like it's going to be challenging. They need to stop doing that, basically. So there's factors that are cratering the relationship, and you're coming back, and then they're recreating the relationship, cratering the relationship on purpose almost. But anyway, that's what I see. Let me know if that resonates, and I apologize if that was a bit negative, but that's pretty much what the cards say. It's almost like they're just trying to go into that pattern. They like the pattern. They like the pattern. So anyway, all right, Tara, how does March look for me? Let's find out, Tara. By the way, Mary H. and Carol, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. How does March look? Let's find out. You have a belligerent teenager. I'm sorry to hear about that, Mary H. Let's find out about this for the particular thing. I'm thinking the Celtic Dragon would be great. The Celtic Dragon would be fantastic. Record, my dog is not a dash hound. Okay. My text got all messed up. The question is, how do you deal with a belligerent teenager? Yeah, I saw that before. My grandson that moved in with me. It's been long since my kids went through teen issues. Oh my. Okay. Demand. Okay. Find out about how does March look. Throw down these March cards and find out how does March look and why are my cards like this. I don't shuffle them like that. They should stay clean and neat. Okay. How does March look? The Tower is really interesting. It's especially interesting if you read tarot, the Tower in a short time frame. Like, how does next week look? How does things look for me in the next 5 hours? And then you draw the Tower. How do you interpret that? How do you interpret that? So obviously it's not going to be a big change as would be indicated by the Tower because you're looking at such a short time frame. But we do have the Seven of Wands into that. I think you're expecting some of this. I think you're expecting some things to change and they're not changing. And you're trying to force them to change. You're trying to get your way without the realistic expectation that some of these things can't be changed. And I think at some point you try to micromanage a bit too much. So a lot of times you're trying to figure out how to do this thing. You're trying to micromanage it. And some of it maybe you can, but a lot of it you can't. Not a lot that you can control within the situation all the time. So you're trying to force the Tower from the Seven of Wands. And it's confusing for you because you know that you can change some pieces or some parts, but not all of it is changing. You're not able to adjust things the way you need it to be adjusted. And as far as March is concerned, you have to sort of relax out of that and get into a Three of Cups or sort of an embrace of some things that you can't change. Because if you keep on sort of stressing about it, if you keep on trying to do things your way and not really adjust to it, it's going to sort of come back to haunt you a little bit. So March is more of a time to just sort of adjusting to change and letting the change happen without trying to restrict it or without, the boat is on the falls. The boat is going its own way. And no matter how much rowing you do, at some point the boat is going to do its own thing. And there's no amount of rowing that is going to reroute it to where you want to reroute it. So it's sort of like embrace some of the change, find ways to adjust, find ways to have it the way that it goes and still be okay. And that's going to be a big point as far as March is concerned. As well as March, it looks like that you're going to sort of run into an old friend that you have not seen in a while. So you're going to run into an old friend that you have not seen in a while. The Nine of Cups. It's going to be, somebody that you've known before, not like your best friend or whatever that you haven't seen in 100 years, but somebody that you haven't seen in a while, and you'll be like, hey, it's good to see you. It's fun to see you. I think everything's going to be cool with that. The Nine of Wands also indicates that some of the things that you've been working on are going to get stalled, are going to get delayed. So it's almost like the tasks that you were on or things at work are going to get delayed and things are going to get pushed back a bit. And that could be part of what the tower is indicating as far as things getting pushed back a bit, but you're not going to make as much progress with some of the projects, with some of the things that you've been trying to get as far as that's concerned. I think that's going to be frustrating as well. So just, just flow with the change, go with the flow and understand that that's not really going to be that bad, and stop trying to micromanage as much. I think that you can do some sort of management. You can get some sort of adjustment within the realm that you're sort of looking at, but not everything. And that's okay. So it's okay. So March is sort of dealing with that and sort of moving past that and into sort of a comfortable space where you're not going to be that bad. Okay, so Mary H wants to know, let's find out. Let's see. How do you deal with a belligerent and LOL teenager? All right. With a teen. I'm not really sure. How do you deal with a teen? So let's scroll up, find out about this. So let's find out what your full question is. Grandson moved in. Been a long time since my kids went through teen issues. Okay. Text out message. Belligerent teenager. My grandson moved in. It's been a long time since the kid went through teen issues. Okay. So standard teen issues. Let's find out about that. All right. Tara, you're welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I greatly appreciate you coming in. Let's do the slow tarot. Teen issues and the slow tarot. It just seems like a good match. It seems like a good match. This is a hard one indeed. I don't think there's going to be a magic pill. If there was a magic pill to dealing with teenagers, then we wouldn't have to deal with teenagers. Well, I mean, it probably literally is a magic pill, but let's not go there. Deborah, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Will Mom and I still live together next year? Oh, okay. Is that going to be a bad thing, I assume? I assume that's what she said. Hello, what's up? All right. Let's find out about a belligerent teenager, because I would like to know this myself. Throw down one more card. It is card night. I like big spreads, and I cannot lie. Those other tarot readers can't deny that big spreads are awesome. Teenagers and slow tarot indeed. And Lori is still fascinated by the dog dilemma. Cyanide, that is twisted, but funny at the same time. Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. You know, if I actually figure out how to deal with teenagers, this would be a record. This would be a record-breaking read right here. Page of Cups, Three of Wands. We have a couple of threes. So the Three of Cups, do they have friends locally? I assume they're making friends locally. I think not really having the friend connection, not really having the right friends is affecting this. We have the Three of Cups. Let me sort of go through. Sorry, it's going to be slow. I know we got a couple of people waiting. It's going to be a bit slow. No pun intended to the slow tarot. But the Three of Cups says that they're sort of lacking friends, lacking a lot of activities. The Knight of Wands need to sort of roaming out and getting activities, getting things that are sort of taking up their energy or using up their energy, and entertaining them. And then when you're in a space where you're bored and you're not quite as content and not quite as excited, as you need to be, you sort of take it out on other people, basically. So yeah, it's sort of a mixture between there of not having a friend network or not having a place to sort of blow off steam, get out that energy. And the Knight of Wands not having enough activities or not having enough things to do is sort of affecting this. So we have the Three of Cups, the Friend card. Yes, the Friend always also a success card as well. But again, we have the Knight of Wands as being a very active person, someone who likes to go out and likes to get things done, likes to, sort of an Aries type feel to that. Why is one card borderless? Because that's how the slow tarot made it. So the Seven of Cups, again, points to not a lot of choices. So there's not a lot of things to do. Not a lot of things to do. And you're sort of running into that issue with the Seven of Cups, the insurmountable choices. The one thing about this as well is it's the Lord of illusionary choices or illusionary success, right? To where you think that the things are choices. You think some of those are going to be good, and they turn out to be not as good as they possibly could. So Seven of Cups points to, again, the lack of choices or choices that could sort of run off steam and do things. The Page of Cups as well, as there's just not a lot of romance, or there's not a lot of opportunities to express emotions and to get emotions out and to get things like that out, and to get synergized with people and to find people that you can exchange emotions with and be connected with and things like that. So teenager, obviously, relationships and things like that could be an issue as well. Maybe not having relationships or not having the type of relationships that they need or want. So, some of those factors as well. And the Ace of Wands, I really think that there's that fire energy, not having the border as well, that fiery energy that is not really sort of channelable. Does that make sense? It can't really be channeled. And some of that needs to be channeled better. They just need to work on channeling that. It's a teenager, so sort of good luck with that. But yeah, as far as that's concerned, a lot of this just can't be channeled or can't be controlled in a lot of respects. I don't really think you can control teenager. PJV, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. What is ARS, by the way? All right. So, a lot of this just can't be controlled. So I don't think there's a lot that you can do in some respects to that, but if possible, that would be great. But I don't think that's really going to happen. Let's see. Okay. 61. Okay. So yeah. Basically, a lot of it can't be controlled. A lot of it can't be fixed, basically. Three of Wands, I think the energy will sort of die down over time as things get settled. I think a structure and a structure or a schedule would help as well. So a schedule, this is what time this starts, this is what time that starts, and things like that. So yeah, you're living in a city, go back to the sticks. That's going to be challenging because all the activities that you had in the city aren't available anymore. So you have to find replacement activities, and it's just a matter of them finding those activities as per that. But some of that can't be controlled. Some of that can't be sort of, rounded out, unfortunately. So Carol, was it a mistake to have my husband move? No, come to Florida. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Was it a mistake to have my husband come to... So your husband came to you? Is that what happened? I'm kind of curious now. So you invited your husband to come in and you're asking if it was a mistake? I hope not. Are you in Florida, I assume? I don't know. Kind of confused with the thing. Yeah, pray it all works out. Mary H., good luck, my friend. Hope everything works out. And I would like to do the Tarot in Wonderland because I know if Sid were here, he would be all excited. He would be all excited. Carol says, yes. So your husband's coming to you. He gave up a good job to come back home. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So he gave up a good job to come back home and run into your arms. How can that be wrong? How can that possibly be wrong? That sounds like the most romantic thing I've ever heard on the channel. That sounds amazing. I without reading any cards, that sounds great. We'll get a dog, they rock. All right. That is great. Cool. Okay, let me get a drink of water. Okay, so he gave up a great job to come retire with you. Is that what happened? So basically, was it a mistake is a yes or no question, but I draw a lot of cards and that's how I roll. 9 of Wands with a 10 of Wands. I think you're going to think it's a mistake. Is it a mistake? No. I think you're going to feel that way. I think initially you're going to feel that way. There is a regret that is hanging in the air almost immediately. The 9 of Wands points to that. It's like we've been cornered. We've been cornered. So a lot of factors within the reading are, it's almost like the situation is you're not looking forward, you're looking back. So you're comparing what was, what is, and then what will be in the future. And the comparison is going to draw an obvious lot of negatives. So, Katie, see you later. Jay, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I'm waiting on my oracle as well. So a lot of this is going to be regret that you did this, and doubts about the decision, and a bit of buyer's remorse with the situation, and that can't really be helped. The 2 of Pentacles points to that you do have these choices that needed to be made, and you made the best decision that you could. And the decision, I think, was the right one, in my opinion, based upon this. But we do have a lot of negative cards here that are sort of rolling out. And again, the 7 of Swords, it's like something was lost. Something was lost that could have been. Something was left behind. Something was taken away. There's a lot of that. Regret that sort of comes up. So was it a bad decision? I don't think so. Will you think it's a bad decision? I think so, basically. So I don't think it's a situation to where you're going to come out of it perfectly clean and say that was the best decision of our lives. This is how it's going to go. There's going to be a bit of regret. Will it be over a long period of time? No. I think ultimately it was a good decision. But again, there are the hindsight is 2020, and we're doubting ourselves. We're rethinking things. We're thinking maybe what could have been, what should have been, how we should have done it, how we should have dealt with it. And overall, you have to deal with your decision. And I think your decision was the right one based upon the cards. But so yes, was it a mistake to have your husband come? No. Will you think it was over time? Yes. But then that'll relax. Then you'll get used to it, and then everything will be okay. So long term, I think it was a great decision. Short term, it's not going to feel like it. Deb? Not Deborah, it's Deborah. Will Mom and I still live together next year? All right. Purpose in life to be creative. Huh, okay. Good evening. Elizabeth, you have a good evening as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Let's grab the thought for this. Infinity, welcome. By the way, please hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. The likes do help me. It does help the YouTube algorithm find other people and bring in some new people and hanging out with us. I'm doing tarot readings tomorrow, by the way, is Lenormand Day. How fun is that? Queen of Wands, what a great name. Welcome. I appreciate it. Odd Girl, welcome as well. An Angel, hey, how's it going? Yep, everyone asks, is there a list? There's no list. No list at all. Donations take priority. And then I read at random, but we've been going over an hour. We're going an hour and a half. So we will be stopping after our donations have subsided here. Find out, by the way, there's no list, needs to go away. Why is that still up? Ending soon needs to pop up. There we go. Ending soon, last question. Right there. Perfect. So, well, the thought needs to go away too. Okay. Will Mom and I still live together next year? No. We have the movement card. We have the movement card. Somebody is leaving. Somebody is exiting stage left. We do have the movement card. And the movement card is going to be good news in this particular case, because it sounds like that you don't really want to be living with your mom next year. I'm assuming that's the case. There's going to be a bit of a drama involved as this situation resolves, though. So I don't think it's going to be a clean cut. I don't think it's going to be something to where everyone is happy, everyone is 100% satisfied and happy and everything else. I think that there's going to be a bit of drama involved with that. And it's almost like that the move or the separation is going to be a bit sudden. So we do have a very active, a very cutting, a very quick move out. It's almost like something happens, some drama is involved, something happens, and someone finally says, need to just go, we need to move, we need to get some movement going. A very active, a very in charge person as well. So I think this causes a bit of a rift. Basically, in some situations, it causes a bit of rift. This is solved over time. Catherine Home, welcome. Just about to cut off for the night, Catherine, but thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. It's Saturday night. Saturday nights are always busy. By the way, if you didn't get a reading, I'm here tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. So Sunday mornings are great if you want a free reading, because that's a bit slower. Weekend nights are always hectic, and I apologize if you came in here to get a reading and you didn't get one. So come back. But basically, yeah, I mean, the yes or no question is definitely a yes. A no. Will Mom and I still live together next year? I don't see it happening. I see a sudden move. I see things going out. I see a bit of drama involved, but I see the drama sort of subsiding and things getting back to normal. It's not something permanent, not something that damages the relationship or whatnot. It just reaches some sort of a head. Everything reaches a bit of a pentacle, and then things start moving and things start progressing, and they start progressing and moving fairly quickly. So yeah. All right, we're back to Jesus. By the way, it's the last reading. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. And please hit that like button. I would so appreciate it. All of you are so awesome. I can't believe I read tarot and I hang out with everyone. That's so fun. Will Jesus break up with me for good? Okay. Will Jay break up me for good? So he's tired of trying. Okay, it sounds like you have the on and off relationship and things are happening and you're talking about breaking up for good. Let's find out. So the final thing we're going to do tonight would be the Edmund Dulac Tarot. Absolutely nobody's favorite, but I do like it. Inga, how are the next 3 months? Should I give the Scorpio guy a second chance? Fire Spawn. Oh, stick of that fresh chemical smell from the new deck of cards. You gotta love the chemical smell from the new decks of cards. All right. Will they break up for me? Good. We'll treat this as a yes or no question. And figure out if they'll break up with you for good. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never take what a fluffy Virgo says on YouTube to be factual information or relationship advice. So will they break up with you for good? I don't know. The Nine of Cups? No. Will you be in an on-off relationship? Yes. I see the on-off relationship still going on, basically, from this. See the on-off relationship still going on. I think that they're going to rush back. I mean, you have that Night Reader Tarot. Larry, thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate it. I think that they're going to come back. And I think that they're going to be apologetic. I believe that they want to get things going again. They want to get things started again. And they're going to be a bit in the apologetic stage. And they're going to be, I'm sorry I said that. I don't think that, I was angry. Things were emotional. Things were hectic. Things were not going well for me. And you need to forgive me, basically. So I do think that they're going to come back. You have that on and off relationship. It looks like the on and off relationship keeps going on, right? The Three of Cups. There's that celebratory feeling that you have. after we get back together that things could work out. Things could work out great. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Things could work out great, and they're willing to put forth the effort to make it work out, and they're willing to do that, right? And everything is great, and everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be awesome. And then reality hits, and you're back to the off again part of the relationship. So you did say it was an on-off relationship. It appears to continue being as such. It appears that just continues on. So if that's good news or bad news, that's going to be up to you. But definitely an on-off relationship continues on. We continue on with that. We do the Four of Coins, to where everyone's trying to hold on to their own advantage. Everyone is trying to hang on to their perspectives. Everyone is trying to keep their stuff, basically, in the relationship. And that is part of the problem. I mean, that's part of the problem with the relationship and why the relationship is on and off in the first place. But yeah, I mean, they will come back. They're apologetic. We can get this resolved. Here's my resolution. There's going to be some angry things said as far as that's concerned. You know, a lot of people are sort of, I mean, it sort of feels like that you're really trying to make this work. And in order for that to work, there's going to be a lot of different things that need to occur. In fact, there's so much that you're going to have to work on it for quite a bit of time in order to get that resolved. But as far as the repeating pattern still is there. So basically, yes, I mean, the repeating pattern continues on. We continue through the mouse wheel and through that. Lisa, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Lisa wants to know, how does Kevin feel about me? All right, and then we'll end. How does Kay feel about me? All right, that's fine. And for this, we will use, what is good to use? I'm thinking let's use the Shadowscapes. I love the Shadowscapes. Good night, Mary. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Everyone's bailing. Everyone's bailing. It's that time of the night. It's that time of the night. Lisa, what do you think? What do you think about Kevin? Is Kevin somebody, is that your main squeeze right now? Or is Kevin somebody that you're trying to seduce? Is Kevin some cute guy that you met? And you're like, hey Kevin, how are you today? How do you feel about me, Kevin? Or is that like your honey right now or something else? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Looking at the Justice card, the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands. Let's find out. Wow, White Swan is a lot. Alrighty then. Okay. Let's see. 11 and a missing bad. Okay, so things went bad, and then things haven't gotten right, basically, is what you're saying. The King of Wands with Justice. I don't think that they're happy with the situation at all. I think that they're just not happy with how things worked out. They're not happy with the situation. They're not happy with the relationship. A lot of things they're not happy with. More than one thing. We have a lot of different things that they're not happy with. The Justice, they feel that things need to get fixed, or things need to get balanced out. Things need to be different in order for things to work out. So, and that hasn't happened. And I think a lot of things that they're expecting have not happened. And that's disappointing. They thought that you would do some behaviors that you did not do. I'm not saying you need to. I'm just saying they expected you to. And that didn't really work out. And since then, they have pretty much moved on. They pretty much went to phase 2, which is move on without this. Move on without this. They do have other opportunities. For the Seven of Cups, they have a few other opportunities, little opportunities that they're sort of chasing at the moment, that are going to point to the Nine of Cups, something a bit more happy, a bit more in the range, a bit more at their style. But as far as how they feel about you, it looks like that Kay has moved on. Again, entertainment purposes only. Never take what a random dude on YouTube says to be relationship advice, but the cards say that they moved on. We have the Four of Pentacles, holding on to what we have, not really sharing anymore, that sharing part not being present anymore. The Seven of Cups, having more options, having more opportunities with other things, with other people. And the Nine of Cups, looking for something that's more satisfying, looking for something that's more their style, or something that can work out or could work out. But basically, yeah, I mean, it looks like they have moved on. Anyway, so thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And that would be the last reading of the evening. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. And I appreciate everyone being here. And let's see. So I'll be here tomorrow night and tomorrow morning. So again, thanks to everyone for hanging out with me and all the readings and all that stuff. We'll see you next time.